this is an open meeting to discuss or to consider the effects of the initiatives and actions conducted throughout the process of the development of the Biennale and the duration of 7th Berlin Biennale. I personally believe very strongly that this Biennale proves that art is located and can locate itself if there is such an intention, need or desire of the artist in the middle of the most crucial social and political struggles. I also believe that this Biennale proves that art can actively, strongly and effectively support the social and political struggles, providing them instruments of penetrating the emotions, the sensual aspects of reality. This is something what Antanas Mokus was talking about yesterday in a very interesting way. But also providing very clear strategies and methodologies of a kind of consequent and rational social transformation. I think that in case of many initiatives in the duration of the Biennale, we had an occasion to see artists and activists who are somehow very aware of the strategies they provide towards the transformation of the reality. Paradoxically, this Biennale empowered the art, meaning that it put the art in the equal position to the activities, social and political activities, which we usually consider as much stronger towards the social change than artistic activities.
Is the concept of border and how we can shift borders. And I think we don't have to make the mistake to use words in an abstract way. If there is something we can learn from practice and from any practice, human practice, is that there is a problem here, now, and that's it. And I think through the process of this biennial, we all tried to shift some borders, and the borders are really simple sometimes. The borders are about how fast we can be to do something. The borders are how strong we are, can we make it, and so on. And I think this for us was the most interesting.
I had the chance to work with the last Biennale already for the catalog, and I was asked this time to join in as a kind of communication advisor. I asked a few friends what they think what I should do, and I think everybody told me I shouldn't do it, because there was already a very big resentment towards the Biennale and especially to the curatorial team in the public. However, I couldn't stop myself from doing it because I found it such an amazing and interesting process, and also felt very solidary with the basic critique of the art system that Arthur, in my understanding, has started from. Well, I had to learn over the way that it's not an easy job to advise this Biennale in communication, because it's not working as a usual Biennale, and Arthur is not working as usual curators. And this is also the point where it gets very interesting, having a kind of anti-Biennale that maybe presents itself more as an art strike and really tries to make serious with the idea of an interruption in usual business, bringing less artists to the show than political initiatives. And this is what I understood like as a main stance that this Biennale with Arthur made against individualistic production and a consumerist reception. It would be interesting for me maybe to talk also about this, why this didn't work, why people didn't step in and take this challenge, but more retreated to a critique, which maybe can be separated in two main claims. On the one hand, it was said that this Biennale somehow betrays the arts, and until art critics quoting Schiller for half a page and explaining us again what art is about. And on the other hand, there was this critique that this Biennale betrays politics, which is maybe a more serious claim that is worth to be talked about.
I think what is also important to remember is that that was one of the exhibitions the exhibition which didn't finish with the day of the opening. That many exhibitions are ready, or most of the exhibitions are actually ready when there is an opening, and you can come and you take your 10 minutes to half an hour to make your own opinion. And actually this one, and that's why maybe there is also large somehow misunderstanding sometimes in how certain opinions have been coined, is that the content of this situation was really growing. You know, there were new works, there was a documentation, and all this is also transferred to the website. So, you know, we should, like, a little bit following what Wojna is saying, we should also a little bit to free our mind and not only think that exhibition or a project as a Biennale, it's only a question where to exhibit and what and for how long. You know, I think this is an important point. Well, the concept, the curatorial concept was super interesting. It was really a huge privilege that somehow Arthur came with this concept in 2010, and then we were working through 2011, and we were feeling like we are reading our research in the news. So we were really traveling rather to political and social events and not other biennials. So in this sense, we were breaking the business as usual, and the report from it's somehow included in Forget Fear. It's included in different projects.
It's still a show where I only can read, look, maybe interpret it, and have to go to the next peak, read the wall piece, have a look, blah blah blah. So I'm not allowed to do anything. I'm a slave of this viewing. And I know this now very clear because of the Berlin Biennial, and I think that will I hope that's what remains, and I hope it will change the structure of exhibitions a little bit. And here some people of Steirischer Herbst, they will do it a little bit different in 3 months, and I hope this will the influence of this Berlin Biennial for the art scene. I can't answer for the Occupy movement, but for the art scenes, I hope this will remain. That we really realize shows like Documenta, in this way it doesn't work. It's in the structure, it's the same as mass media. We are passive recipients, we can watch and we can have our own ideas, but that's it.
I came here, I've seen the art projects or informations about art, and I didn't participate within any of these projects, but within this very radical concept of art, this politically radical, is it not that the viewer is becoming completely irrelevant, obsolete, and yeah, I just would like to ask the curator to why the exhibition format? Why we come and look at this? Why not to skip the exhibition?
But why not to keep the exhibition? It's, I think, very useful. I mean, people watch the exhibition, they have some thoughts, I mean, they have questions, it creates a debate. So why to skip the exhibition? I like the exhibition format. People understand it very well, somehow. It's like a common language, it's a kind of Esperanto. Pidgin English. Everybody, I mean, probably in this space, speak this language. Can use it, so let's use it. Even if it's not perfect, I could say. I think I consciously used the exhibition format to be somehow traditional, to be conservative, to be old-fashioned, to use all these categories which could be, how I can say, useful to transfer informations, messages, knowledge, and so on. I don't want to lose communication.
I would like to ask also some questions to the Occupy movement. Are you satisfied with the outcome of your activities? What did you reach at the end? How was the atmosphere? And how did you feel in this frame of the Berlin Biennale?
Everybody came here, and the first time the people that we were in the zoo, as was the first name, we felt like in a zoo, no? Like the people just come here, take pictures, they don't participate, they don't even ask where you come from or whatever, they just come and go, no? And then after 3 or 4 weeks, I start to see that the real zoo were the people that comes with this attitude. And I start to just watch them and just see how all of them do the same thing when they came here. So, and I was trying to understand which zoo we're trying to create, but real zoo is in the street, no? The people that they come with the concept here that everything is going to be like in the other gallery, on the other biennale, on the other. So in these things, I'm completely agree.
I don't expect to be successful here inside of a building. I expect to be successful outside in the streets. So what I mean is that for me, this place and the Biennale have been just a place to meet a lot of people, very interesting people, people that is working in the same way in different countries, and to make connections, to feel that we are not alone in our country, in the people from Egypt are not alone there, and the people here are not alone with gentrification, and make connections. I think this is the most successful thing. But we are not here to make the revolution. I think it is a very cynic thing, this. We have to go to the streets.
What concrete steps are you going to now perform in order to develop that paradigm, if you indeed believe that it's your responsibility to do so?
What is the continuity? I mean, this is a big question. I mean, tomorrow is a meeting about the continuity. I mean, you can join our colleagues from the movement. I mean, they already informed people about it. So it's a question. I don't know. I mean, in case of people from the movement, I mean, there is a continuity. I mean, they already proposed a very interesting shift, very interesting change in the logic of the institution, and we followed it. And of course, there is a big problem how to execute it. You can agree on to change the logic from the vertical to the horizontal, but there is not really, let's say, knowledge how to transform it into a practice. But I think that they continue and they will continue talking about it, that some people don't really need us. I mean, we are just... I mean, Biennale is one of the adventures on their way. And I think this is exactly what goes on with the Occupy movement, with Marina Naprushkina, with Yael Bartana, and the others. And of course, I'm interested for myself to ask the question, what is the next step? What is the continuity of it? But I recommend to visit the website, which was hacked lately. So you can see, I mean, one of the examples of continuity.
Thanks to this Biennale, we supported a little bit, really supported this radical democratic change. And if we really did push the process of the democratization of our societies a little bit forward, I think that it is that I am, in such a case, I am very, very happy, because also this was somehow the political aim of this Biennale, to contribute into the global change. Thank you very much. Thank you for the meeting.